guys, welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. First off, sorry about the noise of the fan, but it's 84 degrees in this room and I had both of them on last night and I still couldn't sleep, so I've just got the one on at the moment that isn't blowing directly into the microphone, but it's still making a horrible noise, so I'm very sorry, but I'm very hot. And two, I would like to ask anyone here that's got a spare 2 minutes, if you could vote for my friend Stevie in this thing he's doing so he can play in a thing. I sound like Lisa now, don't I? I'll put it all down below. He's in a competition, hang on, to win $50,000 and appear in Rolling Stone and perform at the Global Citizen Festival. He's more excited to perform at the festival than any of it, and I have been voting for him, so have some of the girls over on my other channel. And all you have to do is click, I'll show you because it does it every time, click vote, it'll take you here. Just click the free one, you don't have to pay any money or do anything. And then it says log into Facebook. All that does is just to make sure that you're a real human being and not a bot. And you continue as yourself, and then this will say I've already voted. If it's not me, it'll say, see, looks like you've already used your free vote. But you can vote and you don't have to enter money, just give him a click. He's currently third. I would love to see him win. This is the man that made me narrate books, because I asked him back in the day when I started reading stories on my channel, because another lady said I should read stories, and I found him on a website and I said, could I read one of his stories? And then he came back to me and he said I should be doing Audible, and I said no, how would I do that? I don't even know where to start. And he showed me the site to sign up on, and I've done his book Alice. I'm hoping to do Chris and her daughters at some point when he's got time off his thing, but we were doing that and then he decided to give music another go because that was his first love, and he's out gigging and enjoying every minute of it, and I want to see him do it for as long as he possibly can, and I'd love to see him win this. So it was my thank you to him to ask everybody else to vote, and then today I got an email, and he said, when it comes up 3 days later, Jules, just a short note to express my gratitude for your friendship and support. You've been so kind and diligent in repeatedly voting for me in the Global Citizens concert competition, and thanks to all that support I've now made it into the next cut. Couldn't have done it without you. With kind regards, B. So if you've got 2 minutes and you want to give my friend a bit of a boost and hopefully get him through to the next stage of this competition, I would be very, very, very grateful. Now, on to comments time. Congrats on the views on this short, well done. It's done really well, hasn't it? I was really surprised, because normally I get 30 if I'm lucky, and I think that's hitting 6,000 now, and it's like, oh, people are actually watching it. Strange. Music Manatee, that's a great name. Her carnivore diet is gross and so high in animal fats and too low in fibre. It's really a bad idea and dangerous to promote. Yep, we know that. You know that. But the idiots that follow her will listen to everything she says. I can. Quarter pounders from McDonald's, cow disease every day. I can't imagine being so clueless on nutrition. I'll have one very occasionally for convenience, and it's not that good. No, sometimes we treat ourselves to a delivery from McDonald's and it's always cold. And then the fucking ice cream machine's always broken. And then you ask for a milkshake and it's runny, and it's like, no. I remember back in the day, a friend of ours took me and her nephew to go and see, was it Star Wars or Rocky, whichever came first, and she took us to McDonald's afterwards, and I'd never had a McDonald's. It was my first one, and I was like that, trying to get anything out of this milkshake. Now they're nowhere near like that. Yak. Bianca, sending hugs and love to Elizabeth. Thank you, Bianca. Susan, you'd think she could afford better extensions. They look like rat's tails. I know nothing about extensions, so it all looks the same to me. I can. Excellent point. They look like trash. Clip-ins look better. That's the thing. Like, Lardy used to get wigs and that. How do you know to get a good wig? Where do you go to get a good wig? 'Cause I must dig them out. Where did I put them? I bought 2 really cheap ones, like bob length in pink and purple. Hiya! And I must get them out at some point and wear them. But I'm so hot most of the time with just my hair. I can't imagine having anything else on my head. Why did I end up scrolling that far up? That's weird. Wonder, the only thing that would make John's hair grow back is a wig. Exactly. Elizabeth, lol. I bet Lisa will get him extensions. Can you imagine? She wants to get him dreadlocks. He'd look cool. Deb, I can picture it now. You crack me up. And Bianca's laughing at you too. Matt, both Lardas and Lisa are great examples of over-promises and under-delivers, lol. Yep. Totally. Elizabeth, spot on, dear Matt. Karen Mystery. Love your commentary. Thank you, Karen. Are you new? Let me just leave a message in case you're new. Copy that because I'm sure there'll be some other ones. B. Rook. I know, I bet it was her, wasn't it? Oh, I think you look amazing. How do you look so amazing at your age? How did you find you're sexy? You could tell all the questions she's got that aren't from fucking real people, and then the ones that she did get, she didn't answer. I just did her last video, and she said she's going to carry on with the questions because there's nothing she won't answer. Okay, I'm waiting. I can, yeah. A smorgasbord of Jules's videos. Pity I have things to do. Well, they'll be there when you're finished. Heidi hi. Oh, that looks interesting. What's that?
It's monarch. It says peach nectarine.
Peach. Yeah, it sounds nice. Where's my pause? Right, where was I? I have no clue. Spoke to Tech Help for ages. Then I put my other fan on, so I had both of them on so they could cool me down because it's too darn hot. Now I don't know what button to press or where I was or anything. Nothing new there. Huh. I can. Yay! A smorgasbord of Jules' videos. Pity I have things to do. Don't you worry about having things to do. I'll always be here. The thumbnail is perfection. She just hands them to me. Bianca, this change in how she talks to her viewers is just another manipulative move on her end. Of course. Hey, how are you? Being vulnerable, wanting to connect with you. It's just fake to draw people in. We can tell how fake it is. Yuck. She couldn't care less about anyone. No, not at all. Joe's put 100, 100, 100. Melanie said 100 too. And Lavanity said truth. It's true. It's just to lure people in and make out she's kind and sweet. Matt, oh, Jules, come with us. Where? Where did I say I couldn't go? If there's somewhere to go, I'm there. I've forgotten what it was, Matt, but I'll come. Frankleberry, hi Jules, you are so sweet to ask. I'm in the ice and water vending business. Well, you'll always be in work then, won't you? Because that's not something that's likely to go out of style. And I also own a company that supplies amusement games, billiards, claw machines and jukeboxes to locations like bars, restaurants, bowling centres, etc. That's dead cool. Did you know I used to work on the shies on the fairground in Butlins and do all the the games. They weren't claw games, but there was like, you know, throw a hoop and get it on a glass bottle and all those type of things. That brings back very happy memories. I'm currently in school for court reporting. That sounds really interesting. Which is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. My sweet niece was teaching with a master's in special education, but found the system she had to work in not very supportive of teachers and students. I've heard that from so many teachers, not even in America, over here as well. And it's like, they have you jumping through hoops, and it's like, most people that want to be a teacher do it because it's a vocation and they love children and they want to impart knowledge, and then you've got these tossers sat in fucking offices somewhere telling you what you should and shouldn't be doing, and they haven't got a clue. Anyway, so she decided to go back to school. She chose law, which is something I always wanted to do, something I wanted to do as well when Tech Help was little. I was going to just about to start an open university course for law, and I had to take him out of school and homeschool him, and then the fibro kicked in and I couldn't remember my own name, so it never came to be. So, but yeah, it's funny that I wanted to be a nurse, a teacher, or a lawyer. Doop doop doop. Where am I? She chose law, which is something I always wanted to do but really didn't have the opportunity to pursue. I've always been interested in the legal field, and court reporters are very much needed in America. After my husband passed away, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I was so busy learning and running the main business that I didn't feel I could commit to anything else. Then I opened the ice and water business, and that took some time to get going. When those things started being easier to manage, I still felt like something was lacking. Maybe because I never went to college, I went straight to work at 18. Sounds so similar. I was kicked out to work at 16, yeah. I wanted to go to college and I wasn't allowed. It wasn't really an option for me back then. My niece encouraged me to go for it. The fact I can do it online was also helpful due to location and my schedule running the businesses. There is, I believe, an 80 to 85% dropout rate because the schooling and training is really intensive and can be frustrating. It's like learning a musical instrument and a foreign language all at the same time, but it's very rewarding. I just wanted to prove to myself that I could do something a little more cerebral than putting together billiard tables. Thank you again for asking. Bless you and your family. You're such a sweet soul. Thank you, honey. That's so cool. Let us know how you get on. Yeah, see, and now the annoying part is I've got all the time in the world to be able to do it, and I haven't got the brain power now. You'll have to do it for me, Frankleberry. Jules, there are firms online that will put your prescription lenses into any frames you want. I bought some second-hand glasses on eBay and sent them away to be made with my prescription. I can't remember the firm I used now, but I think there are a few. Thanks, Jill. Thing is, with my prescription, anyone online, they won't touch it with a barge pole, because they say if I need follow-up care, which I'm not going to need if you do the prescription right, but they won't do it because I've got really bad eyesight. So, but I found, not these ones, my other glasses, my seeing glasses. These are broken, but I found a second-hand pair of these online, and it was like, oh cool, because they right, you never see me in these. They fit so well and they're so comfortable, and I think they suit me. And it's like trying to find glasses that you like is half the problem. So when I used to get these when they do my prescription back in the day on, it's an online thing, but I can't remember who now. But then they stopped doing my prescription, but I carried on buying the frames. But now they don't do those frames anymore, and it's like shit. So like I said, I found a refurbished pair online. I'm wondering if I can refurbish mine, but I've tried tightening up the screws and they just won't tighten up anymore. I don't know if I'd have to take the whole thing off and put a new set on, and then I can't see past the end of my nose, so that'd never happen. Claire, yes, I was a way to say this too. I plan on getting some Victoria Beckham glasses from Vinted for not much and get my prescription added. Cool. You have to send me a picture of them after, Claire. I got some titanium ones for a fraction of the price. See, if I could get someone online to do it for me, I would do, but we do have a mobile opticians that comes to us at the house, so I'll ask them how are they fit, because I know they'll do them ones because I've given them ones before, but I must ask them if I just buy any old thing, will they be able to do it for me? I can. Damage control directly off Jules's last video and me contradictory shill-splaining hashtag we don't care. I remembered. Lol, she did do it off YouTube apparently. Notice she felt a need to pitch her profiteering again because no one is buying her bullshit. I wouldn't lower myself to sign on for free. I'd love to see the which one is it? The feminine energy life coach thing. Can someone explain to me, right? I've just done her video. She said that Comfy Bras invited her to a fashion show, and she wants people that want to meet up with her to go there, buy a ticket for the fashion show. Well, they're not going to be able to talk to her when the fashion show is on, so is she going to hang around afterwards? Do the people at Comfeely want all these Lisa D1 weirdos turning up on their doorstep? It didn't sound thought through to me. I don't know what she's talking about. Mind you, I don't know what she's talking about most of the time. Maya, the upper lip is blown up so big, all you can see is her bottom teeth when she talks. Looks so weird. Joe, I noticed that. So odd looking. Magnolia Granny. I love that name. Yeah, does she think that looks good? I love your hair, by the way. I've just bought a load of bleach and I'm wondering if I just bleach it and leave it blonde. There's a thing, right? I know there's a hairdresser on here somewhere, or people that know about hair. You know, my hair's grown out, so half of it is my natural colour and grey, and the bottom half has been bleached with a purple put over it that's gone pink. If I bleach all my hair, will the bottom half fall off? Not that I'm asked one way or the other, because if it does happen, I'll just shave my head. Hair doesn't bother me. But I'm thinking, do I have to fart about and just bleach the top half and then put a purple dye on? Or can I bleach the whole thing? Because normally what I do is throw it on, wiggle it around and pray, and that normally works. Because I'm no good at sectioning and doing the thing with the brush. I can't hold my arms up long enough for doing that. And Jed won't touch it with a barge pole because he's frightened he's going to burn my head off. So, can I get away? Because it was a while ago. It was a while ago that I bleached it, wasn't it? It was a good while ago because it's grown out that long, or a bit more. I think I might do that. Just throw the bleach on all of it and see what happens. You'll see me. I'll come in, but my hair will be orange, and I'll look like what was it? There was a doll. What was that doll where she only had like little bits of ginger hair sticking out? Was it on Rugrats or something? Yeah, I'll end up looking like her. I can. She insults someone on almost every video, mostly our own intelligence every damn time. Ain't that the truth? Jill, how many pairs of jeans does she own? There's a question. You know, like they put all the beads in a jar and you won a toy or whatever if you could guess how many beads. We should do that. Guess how many jeans. I have one pair of Levi's, lol. It seems like she has a pair for every day of the year. And then some. Ada, yes, I often say jeans and more jeans from Lisa. I also have one pair and they're from Target. Bianca, I think she has one for every day for the next 10 years without doing laundry. It's stupid, isn't it? And I mean, how much more different can they be? I mean, get the ones with the flowers on, or the ones with the embroidery on, or whatever. But she buys plain ones. Oh, high-waisted, low-waisted, fucking, I don't know, baggy ass, thin-legged, whatever. And it's like, just find the ones you like and buy them. Bo, authentic my ass. This is an introduction video to her feminine energy course. She would never do a day in my life video because she knows it would reveal how boring her life is. She even implied it. I bet you there's more going on in mine and I don't leave this room. I'll do that one day in my life in my bedroom. I can, definitely. It came out a while ago. She's bored with her life and she always claimed to love. Authentic my ass. You can't believe a damn thing she says. Nope. I wouldn't believe her if I asked her the time. It is her intention to hurt others' feelings. You'd have to be deaf not to notice. She's a fool. Surely is. Karen. Oh, go. Had no idea. Ogo. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I've had on my iPad lately, I'll be typing a sentence, I'll look up and it's typed complete gibberish. I don't know what's going on. I'm wondering if YouTube's doing the same thing. Had no idea she had tape extensions, thought it was all her hair. No. Skull Taylor, no way. It's always been fake. She just lied about it in the past. Yeah. See, now they're showing that twice. I can. She stirs up the drama. Can you imagine coexisting with this gaslighter? The horror. Coconut cream pie in her face. Wouldn't mind one in mine. I like coconut. She wants a deeper connection. That's her newest grift that already failed on Patreon. Beware the cult vibes. Red flag. Peg, a tube top, Daisy Dukes and red shoes in grade school. What in the world kind of a child's outfit is that? I know, I told Jed and he was like, huh? I'm like, yeah. That's what she wore, and she said she remembers it. And somebody else, I saw a comment come in, or someone else said it, and they were saying that they weren't allowed to wear them in school because the little boys had pulled them down. I bet that's why she liked wearing it, because little boys would yank it down. Lena, I cannot stand this phony woman, and who gives a rat's ass what other people wear? She thinks everybody cares what other people wear. Wrong, Lisa. Only you care. I can. Laugh my ass off. She's the devil in disguise. Oh, yes, she is. Bo, you know she's checking Pinterest or some other social media to decide what to copy for her 7 days and 7 outfits video. She just said in the video I've just done, when at night when she's waiting for John to come in and watch television, she scrolls through Pinterest. I haven't looked at Pinterest since I don't know when. I told Jed about Pinterest because he's got the patience of a saint, right? Being autistic, they can do something over and over and over and over. It's like we were putting up a fence, and the cheapest way to do it was to get old used pallets and reuse those. So he sat out in the garden for days taking nails out of pallets and de-palleting them and into bits of wood, and it's like, I'd have done 2 and been bored. So I said to him, oh, there's a thing called Pinterest where you've got a page and you can just pin stuff. He has got the most amazing pages on Pinterest of all sorts of things. The Beatles, DVDs, you name it. If anybody wants a link to his Pinterest, let me know. But I knew he'd find it fun because he likes pinning stuff, and then he can move it around and change it and it's like, I haven't got the patience for that. I couldn't be bothered. I have a Pinterest, but I don't think there's anything on mine really. But it's like he's got so many followers as well. He said one day about how many followers he had, and it was like, wow. But he has got some really interesting pages on his Pinterest if anybody wants to see. Helen, Jules, make as much noise as you want, taking meds or drinking out of your bottle. It bothers me not a jot. Thank you, Helen. Elizabeth, absolutely. It's not a bother at all, Jules. Drink on and enjoy. Thank you. Susan, same here. It doesn't bother me at all. Thank you. Deb, taking your meds on time and staying hydrated takes precedence over the slightest of noise. Drink on, Jules. Thank you, Deb. Bianca, I never even noticed. Thank you, Bianca. Rosalia, sounds like her parents give her money. That's why she tells them how much she spends. Sick, sick, sick. How much worse is Lisa going to get? Love you, Jules. Thank you. It's sad, isn't it? It's like your granny used to give you a few quid at Christmas so you could go to WH Smith's and buy a record or whatever. It's like, and if you were going on holiday, she's like, oh, here's a few extra pounds to buy yourself something nice while you're away. Her mum and dad are still doing that at 54. Here's some money to spend while you're away. What a fucking joke. And she's going to tell other people how to live their lives. What in the hell? Bella, is this why she always comes back from New York and drops by Mummy and Daddy's home first with those yummy bagels? Lol. I haven't watched this video yet and can't wait to see Jules's take on this one. Enjoy, Bella. Karen, she really needs to visit Europe and see the real world. I'd love to see her plonked in the middle of London. In rush hour. On a tube. She would have the meltdown of all meltdowns. I can. Too funny on the one that asked how your channel is allowed. YouTube welcomes it. Cha-ching. Hashtag PTL. Praise the Lord. I've got it. I'm getting better at these hashtags. I could be wrong. Rosalia. Oops. She just stated that her parents do in fact give her money when she goes out of town. Oh my God. Vomit. Piggy loves Ollie. She's a child, isn't she? And she wants to tell us how to live our life. Highly caffeinated. Can I suggest a grammar course? That'd be some help, wouldn't it? Elizabeth, you certainly can, but she definitely won't take one. Unfortunately, don't think she went to college. Panda. Rhodes Scholar. Masters in grifting. Exactly. Susan, first of all, you'd have to explain to her what the word grammar means. Carolina. What a liar. I remember a video when she said about the checkbook confession to John. In that video she said she hated it. Exactly. It's whatever suits the video. Once you listen to her and you hear what she's saying, you notice these things. I don't know why her fucking dimwits don't. J-Lo, 100. Exactly. She was pissed off that she had to do that. And fair play for John doing it, because I would have done it as well. It's like, I've just paid your debt. You're going to fucking follow a budget, whether you like it or not, love. I can. Sounds like she already whittled her lives down by half an hour. People actually pay her for that. Like Judge Judy says, dumb is forever. I've never watched a Judge Judy. I should watch an episode of that. Carolina, her cleavage is just vulgar. She doesn't have shame at all. Didn't even edit the moment where her boobs were on the screen. I know, she talked about it in the video I've just done. Oh, I never realised how... Yeah, whatever. And she could have told her fucking editor to do that, because she doesn't edit her videos. And as her editor, I think I would have done that, or I would have put something over her cleavage. Like an oops button or something. I can. Nope, no shame at all. Even Daddy and Mama watch her drop her drawers and watch all of her videos. Yawn is too busy with these golf gopher hussies. Brooke called him the fuckboy, didn't she? Yeah. Charming way to speak about your dad. Elizabeth, well said. Absolutely no shame. Nope. Karen, it was the afternoon. I already had my pyjamas on. What a sad life Lisa lives. Exactly. I can. She's busy every day doing different things. She's not lying on that one. She has to work in Jules's channel, Gossip Bakery and Reddit, not to mention all her cool ghoul stacking. She must be jelly of Double Vanilla's newly Wagovid body and fresh face and single girl life. That's what she wants, isn't it? She wants a redo. She wants to start over. She wants to pivot to when she was 20, but with the money she has now, and go wild in New York. That's what she wants. Definitely planted possibilities. She got her whole family working the gig and her fake bots. Anything's possible using deception. Exactly. Maggie. Jules, you're spot on. Thank you very much, Maggie. Bonnie, I said it on a message, I think. Well, I love your new avatar. It's really cute. Who's that? What's their name? Oh no, another carnivore video. Thankfully she didn't talk too much about carnivore. Carolina, I don't hear a single clear answer to any of the questions she was asked. Just me, 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 me. Is she so inspired by Milan? Why won't she go there? Exactly. Maybe Daddy doesn't want her to. I can. She would never take action. She claims even recently and failing miserably, but now she has all the answers to taking action. She doesn't know what taking action means. Elizabeth, RDM, Risa does makeup. Thank you, Elizabeth. See, I don't watch any of them. I didn't take to any of them. There was a woman who used to do makeup things, and she did tarot card reading, and her name was Susan Clancy, God rest her, and she had to go for dialysis every other day or something, and her friend was Natalie the beauty diva, and I liked them because they were down to earth. Didn't watch all their videos, but I liked Susan because she had a bit of oomph about her, and because she loved Natalie, in turn I like Natalie, but they're both gone now. As for the rest of them, Hot and Flashy and Risa and Fluff and Stuff, and the only other one that I liked, of course, was Little Poet Susan. But I don't get time to watch that many videos now, so. Bonnie, what is that old saying? You can't bullshit an old bullshitter. Kinda describes her to a T. I can, right, but I think you left out the word can't. No. She said can't. Oh, nuts, you're right. Thank you for the correction. Just corrected it. Oh. We would have known what you meant, Bonnie. I can. What triggers her is a teaching tool so profound. That is what we do here. We're inspirational. Bo, why do her boobs look saggy when she's sitting? Never noticed until today. Pardon me. I wonder if she'll eventually go for a second boob job. You mean a third, Bo? She's had her second. I can. The next one would be her third. They told her the first set sagged, so she did the second along with her eyes to show them who's boss. She did that with lipsticks. They scoffed at her buying a Tom Ford, so Yawn supposedly told her to buy another one, and on and on. Yeah, and didn't she have a... What did she have done? Wasn't it at Brooke's birthday or her prom or something? Mama went and got new tits or something. It's... Vile woman. Bonnie, I swear she's trying to convince herself when she's talking. I totally agree with you, Bonnie. I can. Bingo, Bonnie, and she's circling the drain of her own doing and demise. God works in mysterious ways. Elizabeth, she's not doing a very good job, Bonnie. She lies to herself, but most shockingly to others. And yet she does daily devotionals. What a pathetic woman. Yeah, nightly devotionals. Now she's got her new book, Your Pivot Year or something, that she's quoting from. That's just so me. Everything's so you. Elizabeth, listen to that sickening silly voice. Who's she trying to kid? Bring us closer together. Jules and all of us ladies and gentlemen here are very happy and close together, but without you, dumpkins. Thank you, Elizabeth. Deb, she's so phony. You can't get close to someone so focused on themselves. Jules and Gems are naturally close because all of our opinions matter and we love to laugh. Thank you, Deb. Elizabeth. Well said, dear Deb. Hope your darling daughter is doing well. Warm hugs to both of you. You, my friend, are going through so much yet asking about someone else. That's what makes this a special place that Lisa will never be able to achieve. Thankfully, my sweetie is having a good week. Thanks for thinking of us. You're always in our prayers. This is what I love. You've all made friends and connections and they're genuine. You haven't been forced to do it. And it isn't because you've had to blow smoke up somebody's hole like she has them all doing. Elizabeth. Motherhood. Where was her concern and love for Will? That poor young man has really been ignored and is losing his chance to live a productive and fulfilling life. Bless him. Apparently he's doing really, really well with his college work, and I'm hoping when he's finished he fucking gets up and runs. Because she was complaining today about how much the Ninja slushie cost, and she didn't want it out on the worktop because it ruined her kitchen vibe. I swear I so wanted to punch her. Oh, you'd have watched that already because I've put that up for 7, so you'll know what I'm talking about. Helen, dear lovely Elizabeth, you are in my thoughts. I don't pray as a lightning bolt would strike me down, but I do hope for some peace for you and your family soon. You are the sweetest and kindest person and deserve only the very best that life can offer. Stay safe, honey. Sending wee hugs from Scotland. Thanks for that, Helen. P.S. I agree about Will. We all agree about Will, don't we? Poor lad. Elizabeth, why does everything have to be sexy? Because she isn't. She doesn't exude sexiness. She has to buy it in a packet. Lady, you're a 74-year-old mature woman. Dress age appropriate. Cover your sagging boobs and wear long sleeves to cover those chicken wing arms, which are sickening to look at. Ada, I feel sad for women who must wear makeup all the time. Even if Lisa loves her makeup, it's good to let your skin breathe without all the layers on. Maybe that's why her skin is red. That and the fact that she selected nothing. Can we not thank you. It's that stuff that she uses every night to exfoliate her skin that she doesn't need. It's for people with acne, not her, but she heard that it made you look younger, so that's why she does it. Now she's trying to convince her doctor that she's got rosacea. Lisa's statement, her friend is not scared to spend money on hair products. But Lisa, some of us cannot afford it. I'm not scared to spend money on things, but within my budget. We all can't do what you do. That was really condescending, wasn't it? Oh, my friend isn't scared to spend money. Clueless. Totally fucking clueless she is. Patty cakes. Lisa doesn't give a rat's ass about anyone who isn't in her financial tax bracket. Walmart who? She won't step foot in an Aldi. That told me everything. I can. Code for people aren't using her expensive product links as much. Did this sub actually move to her area to copy and compete and rub shoulders with the dumb demented one? Dumb demented one. Elizabeth, I have cats, so whilst at home wear my old clothes as don't feel the need to dress up in my own home. My clothes are put away safely where the cats can't get at them. Exactly. Plus I have covers on my furniture and brush up and mop every day. Honestly, such a vapid, lazy woman. Exactly. Doesn't take 2 seconds to clean up after a cat, and like you said, have covers on the things that you know they're going for. It's like I said to her, oh, Sassy likes to sit in my chair, so put a cover on the chair and then take it off when you sit in it. Simple, but no, couldn't possibly think of that. And she's a life coach. Reading books, that's a new one. She's just looking at the pictures, Elizabeth. Deb, still lol at that question. That person obviously doesn't know her. No, not at all. She's talking bollocks as usual, just regurgitating what she's heard others say. Oh, Mr. Elizabeth is going to be so mad at me. Wanda, hey Jules, you mentioned about how dark Lisa was getting, but she hasn't mentioned one time about her and John going to the pool this year. She only talks about sitting outside. Did you hear her mention it in the video before this one? I don't go to the pool, I sit outside. She didn't say why, but she did actually mention it, so she's obviously seen you asking. Elizabeth, being simple, says the woman who throws money down the drain and brags about it. Now it's Martha Stewart, says the woman who never cooks. Exactly. Set fire to herself trying to boil eggs. Could only happen to Lisa. Or my mother. Elizabeth, which mature woman takes money from her parents or in-laws? Shameful. Rely on yourself because one day you're going to be alone and not able to cope. Joe, it takes John and her family, along with what she makes off YouTube, to feed her shopping addiction. It's very sad and ridiculous. I believe John really thinks he's married to a celebrity. Do you think? I think she's got them all bamboozled, hasn't she? That she is somebody that... Abbey Road. It reminds me of a kid's lemonade stand with parents buying glasses of it themselves. Exactly. Susan. I think John believes it's cheaper to keep her. They don't even sleep together. How much would she screw him for in a divorce? But she can't, can she? But then she would, wouldn't she? I stayed at home with the children while he made his career moves. Now it's my time. I can see her actually saying that. Peg, we are waiting for the apology to the lady on the elevator. That's never going to happen, is it, Peg? Elizabeth, my friend, it's going to be a long wait. Magnolia Granny, I only know about the lady on the elevator because of watching Jules. I can't stand watching her, Miss Perfect, and listening is even worse. But those comments she made about the woman in the elevator, I assume you're talking about the lady, according to Miss Perfect, had an unpolished toenails, yeah, and worn flip-flops, etc. That was sinful that she talked about that poor lady, even if the lady did not know. How dare her judge someone by their flip-flops and toenails? Who the is she to judge? She needs to have a little talk with Jesus. I'm sure Jesus is really proud of her. Huh. JK. Just kidding. Thank you. People here are getting to know how dumb I am. I have never seen anyone so self-centered, so narcissistic, and she calls her shopping and showing off her profession. Oh, please. Yeah, that is the lady on the elevator that we're always going on about, Magnolia Granny. There was pages and pages and pages of comments under the video where she said that, pulling her and saying, you need to apologise. And did she? No. All we got was I did the short to condense what she'd said, and people said, oh, you've edited it wrong. She never said that. You're making her look bad. No, she does that all by herself. Bonnie, did anyone figure out what that silver and black thing on the dresser is? Lamp, face steamer, or light? It's a lamp, apparently, Bonnie. She did mention it in one of her videos. Can't remember which one now. Joe, lamp. Panda, it's a lamp inspired by a 1940s salon hairdryer. Dreadful. An influencer she stalks has one. Creative genius move. It'd look cool if you had like a retro bathroom or something, wouldn't it? It'd look really cool in the corner. But, yeah. Bonnie, a masterclass. Are you kidding me? That's what she thinks it's going to be. Robin, when I was in elementary school, 1st to 5th grade, we had a dress code. There was you, I saw. We had a dress code and were not allowed to wear clothing such as tube tops. Also, the little boys were inclined to pull them down when you weren't looking. I can. Probably just another lie from Queen Pinocchio. Elizabeth, lol. I was in boarding school from the age of 11 till 18 and had a very strict uniform code. Summer was a boater hat, white gloves and plain black shoes. Wow, that's a posh school. Winter was a black wool coat and navy tights. It was a I was just going to say, was it a convent? It was a convent and very strict in all ways. However, it didn't kill me, but in a way left me very naive and unworldly. So often was taken advantage of, till I gave myself a good talking to, got on with my life and managed to make good achievements. No help from mummy and daddy, who weren't very keen on me. Never asked them for a penny. Got a good job and have savings. That's what it means to adult, Miss Lisa. Yeah, my secondary school was run by nuns. Some of them were nice, some of them not so. Robin, when I was in that that's the, yep, they've done it twice. Tracy, I think her face looks different. What's changed? Besides talking about her favourite thing, herself, is her makeup too light? Did she forget to use a filter? 10:33. Let's have a look. Aye. She's never happier unless she's talking about herself, is she? See how it is. She's got lighter face makeup to her body, and she'll never match the two, no matter how many fucking sales girls try and sell her that. Joe, her camera has a built-in face smoothing filter. Oh, today she said she's got a new camera, so she'll probably say that one doesn't. Elizabeth, communication is the biggest and most authentic connection between people, especially if it's truthful. Cynthia, Elizabeth, I am keeping you in my thoughts. I always read your comments, given we share Conroy. Be safe. Wanda, she really only has a 6 to 7 day. But she gets up at about 7ish and takes her shower by 3 and eats supper by 5, probably in bed by 7. The damn sun doesn't go down until 8:30. I can. Incredibly dull and boring, and she thinks it's something to brag about. Her early bird gets the worm. Peg, bless her little heart, she really thinks she's teaching something. I know. Sad, isn't it? Magnolia Granny. We in the South knows what bless her heart means. Yeah, I do too. Give her a pat on the head, shall we? Sylvia Young, everyone just admit it. We all remember what Lisa was wearing in a video 11 years ago. Of course we do. Bonnie, oh I do, plus her lip combo. Elizabeth, me too. I hang on every word that passes her lying mouth. She's my idol, my muse. Without Lisa's advice, I would be nothing. Our personal life coach. Bonnie, don't forget she taught us the meaning of vibey, and of course how to get perfect hair. Elizabeth, thanks for the reminder, Bonnie. How could I possibly forget? Doo-ba-doo. Yeah. Done that one twice as well. Very strange. Joe, so basically this Q&A is about promoting her course. Exactly. How convenient those questions were asked. And talking on and on about herself, her favourite thing to do. Vaguely even answered the question, like you say, Jules. Sorry, vaguely even answered the questions. Like you say, Jules. Me. She totally played victim over the comments she sees as insults. She spins it to make herself look good, aka gaslighting. She said she's going to carry on with the questions and she's not scared to answer any of them. So if you girlies aren't banned or blocked, you could go and put something under her question thing on her community page and see if she really is going to answer all the questions, because I very much doubt she'll answer the one about me. Margot, she should get together with about logos, or Sussex, whatever name she's using these days. Don't talk to me about her. Stupid woman. Anyway, Cynthia, looking at Lisa in her white bodysuit makes me wonder what's going on with her tummy. It just seems like it's distended. And no, she can't be pregnant. As though something is going on health-wise. We all know why her chest sticks out and is so clearly out of proportion to her body, but this is related to the area below that. It's because she's not eating properly, basically, isn't it? Bo, it's all the shit stuck in her colon from her fibreless carnivore diet. Piggy loves Ollie. Skinny fat. She doesn't exercise, and at that age, it's common. Lena, malnutrition. Melanie, 100% skinny fat. Cynthia, Jules, Lisa enjoys clothes like they are a sex act. Those coats are so clearly a sign that she was Big Bird in a previous life. And who the hell wears plastic shoes in the South? when non-breathable materials create blisters, mould and mildew. Oh, wait. Lisa does at least in the house for 3 feet distance. Well, at least in the house for the 3 feet distance that she walks. Exactly. I wore this today. Now I'm going to take it off. Elizabeth. Yes. A big, yellow, scary, skinny bird. Poor Big Bird. I like Big Bird. Ashley. We do say Pantene. Yeah, it's Pantene here, isn't it? Isn't it funny? Why, if they've got a name and that's their name, why can't they have the same name everywhere? Helen, it's funny how we all pronounce brands differently. In the UK, it's Pantene. You should hear it in my Scottish accent. But that's the thing. It's like you'd think Pantene would be Pantene wherever it was, or Pantene wherever it was. Pick a name and stick with it. Cynthia, Lisa is lying about her pet story. She's just touching on topics that do nothing more than demonstrate that she watches your channel, Jules. She thinks people are so dumb, and when she tried to pronounce the website name, I just about spit. She should have edited that out, but she's too low IQ to think of that. Maybe her editor left it in to make her look stupid. I can, yes, but her stands are dumb. Yeah, aren't they though? She calls them D1ers. That's dumb oneers, isn't it? Elizabeth. Very true. They won't even notice. It's like her trying to pronounce La Roche-Posay today. That was a laugh and a half. Joe. John said you've been doing really well with your outfits. I know. This is something I would say to a toddler. Exactly. What in the world is life like in that household? It must be a series of compliments, praise, and walking on eggshells, or Lisa will fall apart. Living with a narcissist is a rough life. I know, I've lived it. Probably why her videos infuriate me so much. When I see people falling for her manipulative crap. Sadly, a narcissist can even fool some psychiatrists. They're very cunning. Yeah, join the club of I've been done by a narc, Joe. There's a good few of us here. That's why she irritates the ever-loving fuck out of me. And I keep trying to tell people what she is, but some people just can't see it, no matter how hard you try. Cynthia, I'm so thankful that my I remember stories are about people. There are some events we all remember, but this dang excuse of a person remembers what colour her underwear was when she was being potty trained. I'm taking notes on her so that I can write a screenplay and sell it as a horror story, thriller, true crime, desperate YouTuber story. Look out, housewives. If you write the book, I'll narrate it for you, Cynthia. Elizabeth, love the idea, Cynthia. I'd love to be your editor-in-chief. J-Lo, hey, how are you? How fake? Oh, that, hey, yeah, very fake. Abbey Road, right, lol. J-Lo's giving you a heart. Joe, so cringe. Isn't it, though? And you got a heart. Cynthia, is she practicing for OnlyFans with that opening? Nah, makes you wonder, doesn't it? Pretty girl, you are jealous. I have followed this beautiful lady for over 10 years, and she truly is kind and real. You are a mean person and jealous. Let's critique you now. Shame on you for doing this to a human. And your name's Pretty Girl. That tells me all I need to know. Well, critique me then, pretty girl. I'm a big girl. I can take it. Unlike your fucking crush, Lisa. Susan, I've noticed that whenever Lisa gets negative comments and there's a back and forth argument in her comment section, she uploads another video very shortly afterwards. It's sort of like a, see, your comments haven't affected me in the slightest video. Yeah, and we all know they have. J-Lo gives you a heart. Joe, and to distract others from watching the one with all the truthful comments. Exactly. She keeps playing her little games. Always the victim. Susan said, spot on. J-Lo gave you a heart. It's true though. I try not to let it affect me. No, you sit in a corner and cry and whinge to John and then go and buy another bag. Bella, second question in, asking about her doing a day in her life video, and now she's standing up showing her outfit. What the Sam Hill is wrong with her? That's not what the question was about. I know, I spent the whole time thinking that. And you're right on, Jules. Why does she have to lie? Great catch on that one about her editing. Her life is pathetic and she wants to pretend that she's a celebrity. She has nothing going on in her teeny tiny little life except for shopping and travelling to her newfound playground, New York. I am only 2 questions in and already my head is exploding. Yep. It doesn't get any better either, Bella, sorry. Brenda, sounds like she only eats a ribeye at night, McDonald's burgers at lunch and breakfast on Sunday. Doesn't sound like enough. Not enough protein. There's not enough anything there, Brenda. She's got an ED and she won't admit it. Panda, she's not physically active, so it's enough protein to scroll and maintain the pie hole application hourly. With her new lipstick and lip liner that's coming soon. Susan, Lisa loves watching Milan on Trend because she fantasises about walking down those streets in her flowy dress with the bottom buttons undone, wearing her Louboutin heels and clutching her Dior bag, pretending she's a native of Milan, and photographers running to capture her magnificence so they can put her in an episode of Milan on Trend so she can inspire other women. That's probably what she dreams about at night, isn't it? I can. 3720, Jules course corrects the greedy grubber.
Okay, does John ever get upset at the amount you spend? My husband would freak. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I think I've been so authentic from the start. He realizes this is what I do. And I've never spent more than I could afford to spend. I don't use credit cards, and he and my parents and everyone know every dime that I spend. So he doesn't.
I beg your pardon. He and my parents know every dime that I spend. That's not normal. Tell me that's not normal. You're 50 fucking 4. I know, Elizabeth, 74. And you're still telling your mummy and daddy how much money you spend. Insane. 39, more truth.
And if you were doing YouTube and you were doing a makeup and fashion channel, your husband would probably be more understanding, because it would kind of be like if I was Martha Stewart and I had a cooking show, he would probably not get upset about how many pots and pans I bought. So it's all relative. And even before I did YouTube and he was the provider, I always had something on the side like sewing or cleaning, or I always had something where I could make a little bit of money, because that's just my nature. I'm very entrepreneurial at heart. I always have been, even since a kid. And I always knew what to want. I knew what to want. And there were years that back when we used checkbooks, he would be at his desk with the bank account up, and I would have the checkbook with the duplicates, and we would go through every single bit that I spent. And I was very at peace with doing that, because I was so blessed and so satisfied and so happy to be a stay-at-home mom. And John,
You were happy doing that because you fucking were drowning in debt when you met John. John paid it off and put you on a fucking budget. And you had to say what you were spending and what you were spending it on. And you got $50 from Mummy and Daddy for cleaning their house, and John gave you an extra 50, and every Friday you went to the mall with Brooke and spent the whole $100 on yourself. and came home and did a show and tell for John. That's where the Friday haul started, and it's continued ever since. All your life you have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on yourself every week. It's true. You're correct about her consulting with Mama and Dada for everything isn't normal, and professionals advise against it. Big award to Dunkid, but she's a life coach. Follow her advice and you'll wind up in a ditch you'll have to dig yourself out of. Sewing and cleaning were her early entrepreneurial contributions, and then she gave another, and there was nothing, big whoop, levelled up for the shill. She always knew what to want. It's all about the money and grifting and what she can get out of it. It was never about anything else. God, the first thing I did, if ever I got any money, was buy something for the kids. No, I'm blowing my own trumpet, but you know what I mean? That's what most mothers do. They think of the kids, then their husband, then themselves. Not in Lisa's household. Oh, no. Bonnie, why would she need to wait until she was in New York to wear a turban scarf? She wears sequins at the grocery store. I know, her neighbours already know she's mad. Put a fucking flag in your head. No one will care. I'm sorry, she's so full of it. It hurt her heart with the makeover shows. I'm sure she couldn't give a rat's ass about other people. Shake my head. Very true, Bonnie. Hurt her heart, whatever. Susan, do you know who asked that first question about dealing with ugly comments? Nobody, that's who. Lisa just wanted to talk about it and pretended that it was a question from one of her subs. J-Lo, totally. I dare you all to go and put comments on that thing. It'd be so funny. Cynthia, hey Lisa, ask for a refund on any course you have ever taken and the courses you're trying to teach. You have nothing to say. Is this an MLM for courses? She's only qualified to be a patient of a therapist. Is messy the latest term for fucked up? 'Cause you is still messy, Lisa, and I know you're reading Jules. Deep down, you're desperate for honest feedback, yet you don't have the courage to take it. To take that step, you need professional help. Please stop taking advantage of those who are not able to see through you. We try, don't we, Cynthia, every week, but she doesn't listen. Neither do the dimwits. Cynthia, Jules, John could not get a real woman, so he stays with Lisa, and now he and the others are just co-enablers. He could have done better than her. Decent, hard-working, do you know what I mean? Puts his wife on a pedestal type of husband. Loads of people would have married him. Bay, John is quite homely. Fortunately, he has money. I'm wondering what his personality's like. I'd love to sit down and talk to him for half an hour. Cynthia. Lisa, can you please put your fake chest away? It's so obvious that you need attention and are just so insecure. You need to hang 'em out there. It's neither authentic nor feminine. Look up the term self-respect. She hasn't got any. Oh, John doesn't mind if I go out of town with my tartars out. Bonnie, I thought she said she did editing in the last video. She'll say whatever she thinks she needs to say in whatever video it is, but she said ages back she's got the same editor as her friend Chic on the Cheap hat. Catcher, we adopted a second cat years ago. I want it. He had ringworm and fleas, poor little fellow. We took him to the vet for meds and my husband shaved him. He wasn't happy about it, I bet he wasn't. We then quarantined him in a room away from our adult cat. That's what you do when you love animals. Unlike Lisa over there, our little George lived until the age of 15. I still miss him. Oh, bless. That's what you do, though. You don't take it back. Oh, I don't want this one. It's broken. But give me a shout when it's fixed, because it's a pedigree cat and I can't be asked paying for one, but I wouldn't mind having one round the house. Elizabeth, bless your kindness. I'm sure George had a wonderful life with you. Hugs. Animals, children, and the elderly need compassion, kindness, and respect. Exactly. Susan, Lisa wants a deeper connection with her subs, but she fails to mention that her subs are going to have to pay for that dubious privilege. On another note, I have 2 accounts that I comment from. One is this one with a photo of my dog Buddy. Hiya Buddy in the profile. The other one is Joyce with my real photo on it. It depends which computer I use. On my iPad it's Susan, on my laptop it's Joyce. My name is Joyce, Susan. Not that it's important, but I thought I'd mention it. I'll try and remember. So your first name's Joyce. I think I'm just going to call you whatever pops up when you comment, because you know me, I'm going to get completely confused and not know who you are. Bo, wow, I would have never sent my little girl to elementary school in the outfit she described. Exactly. That's sexualizing a child. Might explain why she's fixated on sexy clothes. Yup. I can. She's been using the word fixated as well. She keeps giving clues, yet never spills her guts. She said she kept B safe, yet B disrobed her top on the internet at 13. Other ladies witnessed this, the story goes. Yep, and I remember her sitting in the car in the driveway with the door open, with her sat in a bikini showing her fanny. That's the front side in the UK. Pulled her pants right over. And I wrote to Lisa and said, do something about your daughter, and she blanked me. Because I said, everyone knows where you live, they know where Brooke is. What happens if someone turns up one day and grabs her? Then what? I can. That's their dynamic. Shopping for wifey or mean monster appears. Exactly. She's empty and admits her first bags from Yawn were the best. She's not the only one whose husband treats with shopping, but we have self-control and know our limits and aren't greedy. Equals no debt. She was very me from the beginning, as was I. Equals not pretentious. She's a migraine inducing. Yawn bought her love from the beginning with material goods or else. I remember so clearly, and I don't know why, she was going on about, you remember when them things were popular? What were they called? They were elastic bands that kids were wearing round their arms, and when you took them off they went back into a shape of something, be it a cow or a flower or whatever. Something bands. Anyway, they were out eating one night, which is what they always did, and Brooke was going on about the bands, and then she said to John, oh, I know some bands that I'd like. And so he took her to Oliver after dinner and bought her a bracelet at Oliver, and it's like, I bet she was doing that all the time. It's like, can you not have a meal out with your family, listen to what your daughter's talking about, and not want something for yourself? Are they crazy? No, bendy bands. I don't know what they were, but anyway. Carolina, wow, my kitten had a ringworm when I adopted her from the shelter. I never thought about giving her back. I asked the vet for meds. Me and my husband got ringworm as well, but we survived. April is with us for the last 15 years, and I wouldn't have thought about giving her back because she was sick. Lisa is thinking only about herself, and she loves animals. Such a liar. This is why I love you, ladies. You're all really empathetic, kind people. That she wouldn't know if she fell over one. Elizabeth, she loves everything. Bianca, at the shelter where I volunteer, I once got a phone call from a guy who adopted a cat years before. The cat got sick and he wanted to exchange it for a healthy one because I did not sign up for this. I had to explain to him that just like with humans, a cat can get sick. He wasn't having any of it. I had to hand over the phone to a colleague because he was so angry. I could write a book with stories, I swear. Oh my God. What an absolute arse. I think I might have gone and taken the cat off him just because I bet it had a hell of a life because it dared to get sick. Really? There's people like that and I can't get one because I live on a sort of main road. Fuck's sake. Carolina. People are just wired sometimes. Would he leave his kids if they were sick? It's life. You don't know what you'll get. Exactly. My second daughter was born with a congenital malformation, corrected with a few surgeries. Trust me, didn't sign up for it either. But this is life. You take what God is giving you and you appreciate that. People are so out of reality. I'm glad we're able to get someone to bring this guy up to the common sense. It's like, did he actually, Bianca, let us know, did the shelter let him bring the cat back, or did they put their foot down and say no, it's yours? Because I don't know what I would have done if I'd been there and in charge. I think I might have gone and taken the cat off him, because I'd worry about the cat, how he was going to treat it because it was sick. Bo, I went to the dermatologist this week, means she went for her Botox and lip filler. Why doesn't she just say that? Exactly. She had to go and get a top up because she's going to New York. Susan, yep. Lisa's dress is easy to button because you can bet your bottom dollar that John buttons it for her. I know, she can't do laces either. That's why she doesn't like sneakers. Thick as shit. J-Lo, oh my God. Now no sneakers. She spends probably 10k on sneakers. I know. She bought every pair known to man and now she doesn't want them. I think it was more than that actually. She's an absolute fraud, throwing spaghetti to the wall hoping it'll stick. She's doing a good job sinking her ship, but poor Yawn never even got his boat. I know. That was the only thing he wanted. Gretchen, honest to God, I can't believe her cats are made to stay in the garage at night. So sad. My kitty waits for me to go to bed every night to cuddle. My cats are my babies. I never had kids. Oh. Well, at least you don't have to drop cats off at school and pick them up and do homework. You get all the fun bit without the rest of it. She doesn't know how to look after anybody. Bonnie, Jules, Melissa probably went incognito on Sunday to the hair salon. Don't forget she's important and very famous. She can't be bothered with peons, no. I'm surprised she let somebody sit beside her. Cynthia, oh my God, her shite. She was just mad that she would not attract the comments because there would have been younger women wearing the baseball cap and the Adidas. She's in a spiral and cannot get out. Finally, we're able to watch the witch fly into the wall. She said, I don't eat breakfast, then said John and I went to breakfast, just for one small example of the plethora of derangement. I just love how she keeps bringing up things that Jules has pointed out as issues. I think Lisa has found that keeping up the fake is wearing on her. I don't know why she just can't be herself. I really don't. Joe, she also shows her breakfast in New York every trip. She can't be honest about anything, even about eating breakfast. Doopy-doo. Carolina, 5209. Children moving out of the house. I'm sorry. When her son Will moved out, did we lose something?
One of those kind of like all-encompassing personal development courses where I give cringy experiences that I've had but have led me to a really good place in my life, and good steps, not just platitudes, feel good stuff, but true steps that I took to be able to travel alone, be able to have a good relationship with my parents, my brother, my adult children, my husband, be able to be...
We're already doing all of that. What are you actually going to be teaching us?
On YouTube for over 16 years, all of these things I'm going to share with you.
That's nothing worth sharing. I must have missed where she said that, but I remember her saying it. Elizabeth, I honestly feel so sorry for Will. He's on the back burner. All the money she spent could have been used to educate him in the way he needs and prepared him for independent living. Sad. See, that's why I was hoping he'd go away to halls of residence for uni and not be at home, and that would give him, even if he needed support while he was there, do you know what I mean? That would have given him a taste of what it would be like to live on his own. I hope he gets out of there one day. I just pray he does. I can. She's talking about other people. Will is forever on house arrest under mean mama's thumb. Carolina, I have no idea how she can go on with her life not thinking about her kids' education. We have 3 kids that all have a college fund since they were a month old. Can't imagine not educating my kids. I know not everyone can afford that, but for us it's a basic thing. I prefer not to eat in a fancy restaurant but save for my kids' college tuition. That's what genuine caring parents do, Carolina. Knowing you have to do that over there, that things have to be paid for and whatever. That's what you do from day dot. You put money away for them. She's never mentioned putting anything away for them kids. Sylvia, interesting that she has a pro-choice hanger tattoo. Yeah, apparently she got the hanger tattoo because she collects coat hangers and she's always liked coat hangers and she's into fashion. That's what she said when she got it. Bonnie, why would any parent send their child to school in shorts and a tube top with little heels? I did grow up in a small town, but we had to wear dresses. Helen, I would never be allowed to do that. Too cold in Scotland. Seriously though, 100% no way would my wee mam let me out of the door like that. We also had a uniform to wear, but I would never be allowed to wear that after school. I used to get a row going out clubbing with hot pants when I was 17. Why do you think you're going in them things, my girl? Get back in this house. I said to Jed, red espadrilles, Daisy Dukes and a boob tube, and he's like, what the fuck? Yeah. Elizabeth, only Lisa's mummy and daddy. Very strange family. The behaviour of such an upbringing is really having a disastrous effect on her stunted adult life. Quite sad. It would be if she wasn't so horrible. I can. Her parents helped her find her sexy in grade school. This is the image Lisa wants to leave with us. Elizabeth. Very sad. I know she's insane, but her upbringing was obviously very flawed. Sexualizing a child is just so wrong. Is that what they were doing, or were they just buying her what was in fashion because she sulked if she didn't get it? Who knows? Panda, the creative genius can't draw a logo and let the professional finish it. For fuck's sake. This pie hole product line has to be made in China. I can't wait to see what it is. Can you? Do you know what it is yet? Cynthia, only someone who has dementia would wear a leather jacket in the south in summer. Jules, please keep calling Lisa out. I suspect she's finding that she's not making the scratch from the products, so she's trying to send them to her crap course. And she's very carefully trying to change her description of her carnivore course so that she won't be sued. How can people be so desperate that they'll pay for someone to simply run at the mouth? By the way, wonder if Lisa has ever read a bio of Bardo. Probably not. She's just looked at pictures of her in a book. Susan, wait a cotton picking minute here. She doesn't use credit cards. No, apparently. Didn't she have a problem with her credit card on one of the shopping trips and John had to phone them to sort things out? I think it was a debit card, Susan, but I'm not standing up for her, but I do think she uses debit cards. Or she had to use another credit card and she got upset and no longer wanted to purchase wherever it was because it spoiled her shopping experience. I remember the story. I don't know if she said she used a different credit card, but apparently she uses debit cards. But who knows? She lies about the lies she lies about, so who knows what the truth is. J-Lo, not John. John. Poor John. Vegan calabash. Just shut the fuck up, Lisa. Love you, Jules, and you can get prescription sunglasses. Thank you, yeah. I know, but it'll be a pain in the hole getting bifocals in thing. I used to have a pair years ago. What were they called? They had a special name back then. Something stupid. But they were clear when you were inside and they went brown when you were outside. And my mum had a go at me. She said all I was short of was a white stick. I looked like a blind man. No, she's lovely, my mum. Insulting two people in one go there. Bo. Regenerate your marriage. Okay. So that's included in the course. How to get your husband out of your bed. Yeah, just put a big fucking plant pot beside and a table and a rolling rack. Shove that all up his side of the bed and he won't want to go in there. Carrie, how about you meet on the elevator, Lisa? You tore that woman apart. And still hasn't apologised and never will. Bo, why doesn't she pivot on her channel by doing videos giving all her great advice on feminine energy and her other magic bullshit course for free? Now that's a pivot. Panda, Mina Irfan has convinced her everything has value. The Carnivore series was a low no-show, slow learner. I can. Her views are way down, so she's desperate and hustling is her way. Susan, she always went to her parents' place for lunch. Then you said that she should cook for her parents instead of them having to cook for her. And suddenly, out of thin air, she's taking them dinner. She's never done that before. What changed? If you ever needed proof that she watches your videos, there it is. I can. Yes, that was the most telling and fabrication, also known as another lie. Thanks for mentioning. There's no question she follows here. J-Lo. I want to know. What, you want to know if she follows here? You just have to listen out, don't you, and see if she drops herself in it, which she usually does. Colour me green. I came across this video and had to watch. I left Lisa a long time ago. She basically spends money to keep her channel going. We've seen her get ready with me recycle, endless clothing hauls, but she never gives back to the community. Basically, I wasn't going to support her shopping habits any further. Also, stating she's an influencer, therefore commands her to dress like a celebrity. Oh yeah, that would be a car trashian. Welcome aboard, Colour Me Green. Glad to have you here and I hope you stay. And I'll put that there because newbies don't always know that I reply in a comments video. Bunny, her class sounds like a bunch of horse poop. Why does poop make people laugh? Robin, talking out of her arse as usual, yep. Bo, regarding Monet, a YouTuber that exposes scammers did an expose of a girl showing fake before and after pictures of her hair. Scammers are everywhere. MLMers will do whatever it takes to sell the crap they're selling. Don't you remember Lardy pushing Sensi on everyone? I can. There were pre-existing bad reviews against them when Lisa started with them. Buyer beware. Always use common sense and research what they promote. Basically, don't buy anything off of a YouTuber. That'd be the best thing, wouldn't it? Bonnie, well, thank heavens I'm done with the Lisa videos. Now for some fun. Hope you're doing well after that marathon of her. Thank you, Bonnie. Bay, Jules, this woman is an anorexic, greedy, mean shopaholic. Basically, yeah, you've just summed her up in one sentence. Julie, if she is so authentic, why does she use filters? Exactly. Matt, wow, Lisa, you look ridiculous. Julie, that damn lamp or whatever it is in the background looks like that thing the hairdresser puts on your head. The dryer at the hairdresser, that's what it reminds me of, yep. You was thrown a magazine, that plonked and left there for 3 days while they all discussed you. and you couldn't hear what they were saying, and they'd nod and smile every so often. See her, number 3, Bonnie, it makes me so mad that I can never see all the comments on the videos. At the most, I might see 3 or 4. There are so many things I would have responded to. Hugs to all, and I'm not trying to ignore anyone. Right. When you go to a video, Bonnie, it has top comments selected automatically, usually on most of them, and it drives me fucking insane. And, right, I'll show you. What you need to do is if you click newest first, then you can go to the bottom and start reading from the bottom up, and you'll see what everyone said in order. Like here, sort by. So if you click sort by and put newest first, it sort of rejigs it and everything's there. Now, having said that, that says 27. Where's the 27? Where's all the others? Oh, there's replies, that's why. Right, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15. Yeah, there could be 27 there. But try that. Try and jiggle about. Do newest and then back to top and see if the number changes and you've got all the comments. But they have been messing about with comments for a while, and I don't know why. And stopping people commenting and putting people on the naughty step. Wow, we've got loads to go yet, haven't we? I'm cooking in here. I might need a fan break in a minute. Doobity-doo. I can. You could try toggling between top comments and newest comments. It's a pain. Deb, yep, you're right. Was going to say the same. Right, that's what you need to do then, Bonnie, is click the thing a few times. Go backwards and forwards and see if they're all there then. Julie, God forbid she should take out a vacuum herself a couple of times per week. I could never wait an entire week to vacuum. She doesn't do anything. The laundry, that's all she does. And I'm sure it's only hers. Colour me green. Lisa D started out with Walmart hauls and Target to get her fan base. Now she spews designer brands and left everyone behind. She spews celebrity names as if she has become one. Sorry, you need another life choice. This one's run its course. That's true. I'll put that there again just so you know. I can. Booyah to Jules using her masculine energy, calling Lisa a pussy for ignoring the mean channel comment. You're my kind of guy. Thank you. But she is, though. Answer the questions are there. Just answer them. And why did you have to stop when you stopped? Answer all the fucking questions. Julie, why doesn't she take a course on speaking the English language and how she could benefit from speaking correctly? Bianca, I know, right? So embarrassing. English is not my first language and even I can hear it. I can. For fuck's sakes, I thought you'd get a kick out of Erica's vid from 6 months ago about Angie. Right, I'll go and have a look for it afterwards. She gives good tips in that video. I made a joke. You wouldn't have to put her on double speed because she talks that fast naturally. Cool. And said it turned into a disgruntled a viewer ran in the comments. Oh, and that Erica doesn't look a day over 15. Well, she looks young. Kept getting gone. I'm out. Edited to add, I watched her most recent and had to unsub. It was short-lived. Her newest advice in regards to beauty shopping channels doesn't seem accurate, as many are having trouble with views. I'm getting suggested fashion makeup channels regularly I've never heard of with the same topics, so it's oversaturated and crumbling. Savvy consumers aren't going to support channels that do nothing but sponsored and constant linking of new products, and then they sell their own products, leave and come back grovelling later like Tatty and Marlena starting over, who I don't watch. The jig is up. All the AI stuff is creepy and a sad commentary where things are headed into. I jump around so many different topics. The AI has trouble following me, sorry. See, she suggests if you're a shopping fanatic, it's a good idea to make that your niche, and shows a pics of Lysa, whom, sorry, looks dog-eared ugly. If I was to do a channel, I would do it for enjoyment, not greed. Someone like Serena, her channel pushes clothing links all day, every day. It's sickening to me, and I will never use them. I'm the same. I can't be doing with link cores. And Marlena, it's like, she's got how many links in her thing now? And it's like, I used to like her at the start because I thought, oh yeah, there's a savvy woman trying to make a name for herself, because she used to sell MAC pigments, a teaspoon of MAC pigments at the very, very start. No one else thought of doing that. But it's all about them having a good life and you paying for it. Highly caffeinated. So my editor has time. Jules, I was waiting for you to say something. I guess she didn't edit this one. She doesn't edit any of them. Elizabeth, haha, me too. Patty cake. She's getting a hydroquinone product compounded, I'd bet. It bleaches out the skin. The minute you stop using it, comes back. I believe the over-the-counter products go up to 2% hydroquinone, but you can get 4% or more with prescriptions. They can be compounded with retin-A or kojic acid. It doesn't surprise me that she'd get this. Now her pale face can be a whiter shade of pale. Yeah, she was going on today. I went to the dermatologist and I said, I've got rosacea. I love what the fucking derm said to her back in the day. Come back and see me when it's grown up. She had her number from the minute she walked in the door. I heard negative issues have been reported using hydro regularly. She's familiar with compounding already. GLP-1. Patty. Yes, there are dangers with any meds, those included. Elizabeth, lol. Now that song, White Shade of Pale's playing in my head, so Jules must be going crazy. How did you know, Elizabeth? One last thing. I liked what you said about them in regards to RDM. Acting so pure, and what's to say they don't use other accounts. She made what came across to me as racial innuendos a couple of times, or she is just not that bright and she changed prior things she said, so we'll fib the nicer way to say lie. Risa does makeup. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they all have a secret other channel where they go and shout at fat people or whatever. Melanie, I want to have a deeper connection with you all. Charges an arm and a leg to listen to her bullshit membership and courses. Exactly. She'll never have a deeper connection with any of them. Melanie, I have never believed she has an editor. Really? I think she didn't know how to do the writing at the side, and I think she only used to do jump cuts. I think it's a lot smoother now. I think she does have an editor, but I could be wrong. Joe, I think her editor as well. That's my guess. She has the entire family working for her. Can someone secretly find out who Chic on the Cheap's editor is? And I might contact him and say, I'm looking for an editor and I want it done like Lisa's, and see, does he say he's editing for her or not. Melanie, I think so too. She wouldn't put Will through that, surely. Having to look at his mum with her tits hanging out. I feel sorry for Laura Vitale being gullible to Lisa's lack of character. Maybe they're all welcome to each other. If they can buy what she's saying and listen to what she says about other people and still be friendly with her. Does she get the reward for being the most self-obsessed joke of a pathological lying YouTuber? I think so. Faye, hi honey. Miss watching your videos, Jules. Love, Faye. Sending you love and hugs to you and Mister. Joyce, in the USA, elementary school, the age is between 5 and 11, and she wore a tube top to school. I could just see my grandmother letting me out the door to primary school in fucking espadrilles, Daisy Dukes, and a fucking boob tube. That would never happen. In the US, they pronounce it Pantene, but the Brits say Pantene. Well, you'd think Pantene, the company, would pick one, and that's their name. Bethany, she's admitting that her first video was crap on Zoom, but she still used it. Then the live convos weren't working well either. All the while, people are paying her for this. How unprofessional. Wouldn't a normal person have everything already created exactly and something they're proud of before they're selling it to the masses? She only cares about making money. Joyce, the reason she's sharing with us what she bought her mother is to show us what a great daughter she is. I know, isn't she the best? I can, right, but at the same time she knows we know it's bollocks. Her MPD playing out over and over again in real time. If you're raised by one or closely related, it's very damaging. Isn't it though? Joyce, can someone please explain to me what a plumping top coat does for nails? It's like a thicker top coat, that's all. Plumping lipstick I can understand, but plumping top coat for nails, who wants plump nails? It's because she's got very flat, thin nails, that's why she wants it. And it's a bit thicker. Like Sesh Feet, when you use Sesh Feet, it makes everything underneath, it makes it look like a stained glass window. It's the only way I can explain it, and it makes everything look thicker, and I think that's why she got it, to see if it made her nails look any better. Helen, never heard of it either. I thought the same as you. Who wants plump nails? Lisa does. Bianca, maybe it fills in the ridges on the nail. No, there's a separate ridge thing for that. Susan, could be. It's just a thicker top coat, basically, is what it is. And she wants it on, so it makes her nails, because her nails are really thin and short and flat and whatever. She wants something to make them look better. If she's not using Sesh Feet, I don't know why she's stopping using. She likes Sesh Feet. She always uses Sesh Feet. Is it since I said it's got something in it that buggers up your insides that she decided now she doesn't want to use it? That'd prove to me she's watching here. 10204. What's up with those boobs? Where's her left one going?
And I had gotten a little bit too involved in the trends and the cool girl. Notice I don't really talk about that much anymore because I think I don't know, I have mixed feelings on.
You beat it to death. That reminds me there's two people that do snooker commentary, and both of them, where's the white ball going? Where's the white ball going? I can't listen to them. If they're commenting on a snooker match, I have to turn them off, and that's what I heard when you said where's her left one going. CS, I was wondering the same thing. She could have covered that up, or she should have seen it in a thing, or whatevs. 10353, the way she had to throw in the fact that her mum has one too. Narcs.
I mean, she looked amazing. Both of them did. The mom had a Goyard bag, which my mom has one. The girl, I can't remember what bag she had, but it was something very trendy. She had on Adidas.
See how she looks people up and down and remembers the slightest little thing. And everyone's like, oh, she's just a kind, nice lady. No, she's not. Fuck's sake, people, wake up. 10537. No, you were wearing them because you were trying to copy people, not for us. She has no personal style because she can't even be honest to herself.
But I don't like sneakers. I never have, but I think I was just trying to like them and doing it for you guys. And I don't think that's what my channel's about.
I don't think that's what my channel's about. Isn't your channel always has been about you shopping for us, but now it's not? Whatever. Trying to cover up your shopaholicness. Melanie, Lisa, your chest skin has stretched so much due to age, sun damage, and having to support those bolt-ons for so long. Please buy a new bra for us. We don't need to see the wreckage. Exactly. Susan Ann. The hair is back to being bleached within an inch of its life. Prepare for more hair loss videos. And yes, Jules, it looks like she had more Botox and lip filler. Yeah, she's going to New York, isn't she? That's why. Helen, Jules, I started signing. Hammer, do, shake pineapple. What's this? Hang on. Let's do it properly now. Something, I can't think, it's not shake the pineapple, it's shake the tree, and now I've got it stuck in my head. Shake pineapple, grind coffee, to the left, to the right, jump up and down and to the... I heard that every night for 2 years at Butlins. The party dances at the end of the night. It was so funny. I'm glad somebody else was doing it with me and I wasn't looking like a complete fool like I usually do. Frankleberry, if someone has to work at being authentic and tell you how authentic they are, it's a pretty clear indication that they are indeed faker than a $3 bill. Authenticity just is. It just happens. It's not created. Thank you for that. Elizabeth, Cynthia mentioned Lisa's distended tummy, and this happens when the starved body is trying to hold on to some fat. With women, this is typically around the waist and tummy, and if she ate properly, the fat would be distributed everywhere over the whole body. It's like back in the day when they did Live Aid and they were showing videos of the poor little babies in Ethiopia. And they all had distended tummies, didn't they? Instead of protecting your hair, protect and care for others. One day you're going to be a very lonely person with childish clothes hanging off your skeletal body. No amount of makeup and plastic surgery is going to help anymore. So true. Narcs cannot resist staring into every mirror they pass as they are so insecure about their appearance. I'm sick of watching her look at herself in mirrors. I really am. I enjoy chewing on my fake fur coats and flip-flops. Anyone else? I remember my first pair of frilly pink knickers, which I was given at age 6. I'm so nostalgic about them, so keep them in a Ziploc bag in the freezer. Bianca, poor kitty's in the garage. I know. She says they're warm, cool in there, but they like companionship. My cat liked to sleep with me on the bed or in her little basket next to it. She was my bestie. She passed away 2 years ago at the age of 17. Oh. Had her since she was 12 weeks old. She probably gets annoyed when they jump on the bed and whatnot. If I had all of her cats, we would have a little party. Snap! I'd be quite happy having them sleep on the bed. She's such a miserable fuck. It's her way or the highway. Elizabeth, Lardy loves to pivot too. Another ballerina. Christina's laughing at you. Ireland, if I brought a Pantene product into my hairdresser, I would be put out. Dumb fuck. I know, you don't do that, do you? But Morgan's her friend. Helen, when I sit up and then proceeds to stand up, this is the dimwit people are paying money to for a masterclass. If anyone is dumb enough to pay her, then they deserve to be parted from their money. I'm beginning to agree, Helen. She really thinks she's a big hit and truly loves herself. If she was chocolate, she would eat herself as well. Oh no, she can't because she's a carnivore. She's empty and vapid. Her lips look hellish. She's been poking at them again, hasn't she? How insulting to talk about her breakdown. Her effing fashion breakdown, I might add. What about people that actually have a breakdown, who are struggling with mental health? What a sanctimonious twat. She's really angered me on this video. She did me too, Helen. She's a bitch. KB. What is wrong with you? What did Lisa do to you? Why are you so mean? Yawn. Where's paste gone? Stick around, listen to what we're saying, KB, and you might figure it out. Bianca, waiting to be inspired to wear something. What supermodel do I want to be today? I was also surprised she didn't get the blush she got her mum for herself. Oh, she will. She'll probably buy it this week, won't she? I also think John said something about spending, otherwise she would have gotten the Chanel flip-flops for sure. Yeah. Oh, I had a pair that looked like them. Never stopped you before. Lena, why hasn't she been to the pool? She mentioned the pool in the video that was on before this one, Lena, but she didn't say why. Cat Mama, she had a meeting, hopefully with a therapist. CC, Jules, your commentary is beyond hilarious today. Thank you. I'm thinking exactly what you're saying. Goodness, Melissa is such a clown, isn't she? Bianca, this stuff gets more hysterical by the minute. Lisa doing couples counselling. All jokes aside, this should just be forbidden for many reasons. She'd end up starting World War III in a fucking counselling session with a couple. Alicia, Lisa doesn't have rosacea. Yeah, we know. Her skin is red and raw due to over-exfoliation. If she had rosacea, she wouldn't be able to even look at a scrub, let alone all the other products she uses. I bet if she changed her skincare, she would look much better. Yeah, she won't listen though. Christina, but did her dermatologist tell her to stop with the extreme tanning? Probably did, but Lisa won't mention it to her audience, even if they did. She's turning into beef jerky. Oh, sorry. Throat's dry. Mamacita. Hi, Jules. Always a pleasure to see you and hear your lovely voice. Thank you. Great idea reading questions from Melissa's community tab. What the fuck with her creepy weird relationship with her parents? We all know these bullshit, absurd self-help videos are nothing but a money grab by this malignant, condescending narc. But do you think this is some fraudulent MLM or larger scam? Love you, Jules. You too, honey. I think it's got to be, hasn't it? Well, it is a scam. You're paying her $177 and you're going to be no better informed on anything when you've done her stupid course. It's just basically give her money and don't listen to anything she says. 1652.
In Moscato, I used to be a big loft shopper. I always loved...
Poor Kelly from Mummy's Makeup and Moscato. Lisa is calling her a friend a lot lately. Lisa rotated calling Sheila, Tammy, Marnie and amongst others friend. I'm sure Kelly was fascinated by the old mall story. Stop it. Lisa, I'm sure the Mummies and Moscato girls can't relate. They seem involved mothers, good wives and motivated YouTubers, and you have nothing in common. Yes, they buy luxury items, but a lot of the time they don't brag about it on their channel. They do hauls that are affordable and buy their luxuries quietly. Unlike Lisa. She doesn't know quiet luxury, does she? Mamacita, I think Melissa, the narcissistic vapid dimwit, means Blackstone grill, not Bridgestone. Idiot. Jules, always a pleasure to see you and hear your lovely voice. Thank you, Mamacita. What would she know about it? She doesn't fucking cook. It's like today she annoyed me. Will cooks in the air fryer because the poor child had starved to death if he didn't. And she bought him a slushy maker because he'd done well in his exams, but only because she was forced to, I suppose. And then she didn't want them out on the counter because it ruined her kitchen vibe. She's not allowed a kitchen vibe. She doesn't cook. Fuck off. It's nothing to do with you. Catcher, of course Lisa looks like she knows about makeup. She's wearing about 10 pounds of foundation, blush, bronzer and a lip combo. Lol. Jessie, she must be watching your videos and heard you say she looks like a ghost because now she's a deep orange. She must be threatened by you because she's mentioned being criticised, so someone is calling her out. Thank you so much for these videos. I thought I was the only one who thought this about her. Keep them coming. Thank you, Jessie. She spends a lot of money to look this cheap. Isn't that something Dolly Parton said? It costs a lot of money to look this cheap. I love Dolly. Engdog 2. Rich bitch judging others. Basically, yep. That'd be her. Judy. I laugh and cringe at Glenda Sully and her ignorance and laziness. But I want to roll on the floor with laughter when Jules comments about Glenda's channel. I haven't been able to get on the floor since 2003, but I sometimes need to leave my chair and roll around on my bed. Thank you, Judy. Yeah, I fell out of the bed a while back, and it was like, I think I may be on the floor until everybody gets up in the morning, because I just couldn't. No, it wasn't working. Cece, I can't believe I missed seeing this video. Sorry, Jules, I'm getting caught up on your videos. This is my entertainment for Friday night. Hope you enjoy it, Cece. Thank you. Kathy, do you have an email? Oh, I've already given it to you. Kismet, if you watch her oldest videos, it's amazing. She's so different. Robbie, she's really full of herself on this video. Oh, goodness. Hard to make it through, yeah. I know how you feel. Kismet, Lisa's target audience has to be 65 plus, year-old Floridian divorcees who are anorexic, narcissistic, over-processed and clinging to their 30s. She also radiates the ridden hard and put away wet. Lisa vibe, if you know what I mean. I remember Dustin Daly saying that once in a video, and it was with his accent and everything, and it was like, oh, I love that saying. Bella, who is going to break the news to Lisa that most of those clothes are way too young for her? Anybody? She doesn't listen to us, Bella. Elizabeth, I'll do it if you all stand behind me and Jules is my shield. Ireland, the pause before you speak is hilarious, Jules. She's unbelievable, I know. Is it midwinter at her place? I know. I'm in a fucking heatwave here and she's wearing leather jackets. Who knows what's going on? Right, is there anybody on the naughty step? No. Anyone come in while I've been gabbing? No. Right, so we made it to the end, folks, and if you got here with me, congratulations, and I will see you in the next one.